What's going on, everybody? This is going to be the map rotation slash what I do specifically for all of my rotations slash movement on Breakaway. Again, bear with me. This is all I can do in Portal. Your spawn is actually further back, but as you can see, that's the red line for me. In any case, initial fight here is a bit of a cluster, man. I mean, these 4 barrels are ticking time bombs, okay? And they kill you. Everybody who's played this map knows that, dude, it is a nightmare to fight through these things, and then you're not really sure when they're gonna blow up on you and just ruin your day, okay? But anyways, my initial push, if I don't get the jet ram, which their spawn is a little further back between the 2 silos, okay? You can jet ram the spawn, get out, spawn kill from the back, and then push from behind, and so on and so forth. But let's say I don't get a jet, I'm just infantry, I didn't get a vehicle or anything like that. I'm running up to here, and then as I push off of that, I'm going to run left. My first line of sight player, most likely, is going to be somebody who's head glitching this. If I don't see them, I'm going to hug this real quick, and I want to give a little shoulder peek. If I don't see him, I'm running right. And I'm going to try to get up on this as quick as I can. So now that we're on an even playing field, also realize that people who spawn on the point themselves are going to be running forward to get on this side of the silo. The reason I want to go left like this is take out the couple of guys who are trying to sit here, push even further behind them, or go this way. Here, I'll show you why you can go this way. Let's say you want to be cheeky, right? You can lay prone here. You've got cover to your right. No one's going to see you, and you'll catch people rotating. But we don't like to play like that. We're aggressive. So I push further left into their spawn. I'm going to check left, see if anyone's here. I'm going to keep pushing this way. I'm going to check their spawn, see if anyone's AFK, because I'm a rat and I like free kills. I'm going to keep pushing this way, using these as cover, and now I'm going to rotate to the middle of the objective, clearing out anybody who's sitting here, and I'm going to push through. Checking left. Why am I checking left? Because now, once you start clearing people off of the objective, which, by the way, everyone's going to be using these berms, and here, and even down there if they're pushed all the way up to the blue line. I check left because this is where they spawn. This is how bad this is. As you've seen on other maps, you spawn out in the open with no cover. The defending team is going to spawn out here on the side of this hill with no cover. So that's why I'm looking left, because people are going to be rotating this way. So most players will be running here, while by the time I rotate around the back of this silo, I'm here on the berm head glitching them as they're trying to rotate back to the center of the objective. Alright, pretty cut and dry. However, this is a very dynamic point because these like to blow up, and so your rotation gets cut off, or now everything is on fire, so your line of sight is a little more skewed slash harder to see. Depending on what your resolution is, I play on 1440, so that fire is very, very bright on my screen sometimes, so it's hard to see in between the flames. But you take the objective, and then you get a long and painful haul to the next objective. At least I have pools for cover, and you know, just gain a little bit of chemicals on the way there. So moving through. The only route that I take in between Bravo 1 and 2 is this middle line with this pool. And the reason I do this is because this is really the only kind of cover I have between people in between these crates, people sitting in front of Bravo 1 who push up to, you know, this rock, this trailer with the propane tanks, and people will actually push all the way up on this ridge line. Your first initial fight is very well most likely going to be somebody standing right in front of you here. Okay, sweet. So let's say we take this fight, we win the push, we go up. I'm going to push in between these crates here. And I prefer to take Bravo 1 first. That's just my personal preference, alright? Taking this point, run through here. You can go this way or you can go even further back, but I try to run up here and take this crate. Look at their spawn, which is back here. And then I run across to this one. Again, trying to run to cover. A little bit of boxes for cover. And then I'm running. again, while checking the spawn, because their spawn is back this way, okay? Running to here. These doors will be shut, more than likely, okay? So if they're shut, and you got players that are up here as you run through, you know, you take these guys out there sitting on the dumpsters and these crates and so on and so forth. You get this wall. If you got control of this wall, this comes down to a timing thing, but you can take the ladder up onto the roof. Take the roof ladder, clear out the roof if somebody's on these, you know, AC ducts up here, and just knock them out, move on. Also, Bravo 1 spawn is behind all of these hangars and next to this trailer. They will spawn out here, they will spawn there, they will spawn back here, okay? Now, let's say I jump down because I want to get a flank on the people inside. I don't have C4. This door is shut, these are shut, I can't get in, I don't have explosives. Alright, fear not. If you fall down and you come this way, you've got environmental explosives. You can make your own hole if you have no explosives. I'm pretty sure you can even shoot these guys. I take it back, you cannot. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Why won't they blow up? Okay, anyways, this is hardcore. They'll kill me. Anyway, so going through, man, you can blow your own hole, so to speak, and make an entrance into the warehouse for the objective. Now, I run C4 all the time. So, if I'm lazy, I will make a hole here for this doorway, or here, let me show you something, okay? I'm gonna ping this so you guys know exactly which wall I want. I'm in hardcore. Okay, just remember this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the 6th wall, we'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, if I blow up that wall, I now have, man, that really took, that's probably because it's hardcore. This wall will not blow up, okay? In normal 128, this wall will not, you won't be exposed like this. You can get into a nice cheeky spot here to shoot guys in the front, and then even look this way real quick. And then you push through and come inside and clear this part of the warehouse and then go on from there, all right? Again, this wall will not actually be blown up in normal 64-player, non-hardcore, all right? Okay, moving on to Bravo 2. This is probably by far the most frustrating point in this entire map, based on the spawns for the main base and the Bravo 2 sector. All right, if you guys notice on 128, you can see that the red line is somewhere along here because their base is Charlie 1 right now, okay? So Charlie 1, actually depicted correctly in Conquest, is their facility that they spawn at. So people will be spawning and running out this way, trying to get to back over to B1. So if you take this route, you are getting shot from the side. So I usually try to get inside of this hangar for cover, but okay. So I'm in the cover. You know, I'm checking left, see if anyone's over here. But as I'm trying to run to Bravo 2, I am out in the open. I could potentially be getting shot from my left, from people standing here, from people on these rocks already, from people on the left of the pools. My ultimate goal is to get into this pool. That's the goal, okay? However, this is very frustrating when I'm getting, by default, pincered because of the spawn system and how this is the only non-linear spawn out of all of the maps, okay? So, why does this make sense? I don't know. Actually, I take that back, because renewals, Charlie 2 spawn when you're taking it, they spawn behind you. I don't know why. Spawn systems need a little bit of a rework, but I'm by default getting pincered, trying to get to here. It's very frustrating getting shot from 2 to 3 to 4 different angles if guys are pushed up to this guy or this guy down here, all right? But the initial goal is to get to this pool. You fight here, you fight left, you fight right in front of you, and you potentially could fight to the right, where these guys are right on this ridge line. Okay, let's say this is clear for a minute. You've got to beeline it, and I mean beeline it, to this right here. You need this cover. You cannot fight, unless it's like a onesie, even maybe like a twosie. if you're confident, you take that quick 1v1 and you get here. You get here. You have to. Otherwise, you just die out in the open field, okay? From here, you can either go this way or you can go that way. I like to go farther left. And the reason is people will be spawning here. A couple more free kills on guys who are sitting right there. Or people rotating this way, okay? I run into the back of the hangar. This is the red line. So if I were to step here, I'd be out of bounds, all right? So I'm running into here, coming left. And the spawn for Bravo 2 is back down here, all up on this back of this hillside to get to the objective. So as your team is capping the point, you can sit here, nice and snuggled up with, you know, potentially getting stabbed in the back and people spawning over here for God knows why. And you can spawn kill them as they're spawning down here, all right? Another spot you can go to is the silo. I personally prefer to sit here because I get a little bit of cover from my back. Just keep in mind here on this hill, people do see you. So ideally, you could get to here, and now you've got a height advantage peak, right? So, but the goal is to spawn trap them. Okay, so the goal is to get back here while not getting shot in the back. Sweet, so now we got this. This is very quick. Everybody should be very familiar with this sector since it has not gone away since 128. But the flow is a little different. If you're from this sector, you go to Bravo 2 to Charlie 1. I'm personally going to come here and look over and challenge people that are head glitching right here or over here, etc. Okay? If I'm forced to sit here and fight, I will run across. However, their spawn is back here. There will be multiple players if they have not pushed up to the point, sitting here watching you. This is very, very bad. There is no cover. And if you're like me, who doesn't run smoke grenades because reasons, mostly because I like XP, so, right? I should be running smoke grenades, but I don't. So, no smokes, no cover, trying to beeline it to this hill is very, very bad. Most of the time, I die here, okay? Let's say I don't die. I get to where I want to go. Challenge the people immediately in front of you. Check underneath the buildings. Always check under the buildings. Always check under the buildings. People rat under all these buildings all the time. All the time. Even these ones. They'll rat down here too. I'm not kidding. They'll do it. I'm telling you. So, if we're fighting this from the Bravo 1 sector, let's say how the normal linearity of this map used to be on 128. We took that sector. We're coming from this way. Okay? You come from this way. You're trying to run up to here and laying prone. You got a little bit of cover. And you're trying to get to that spot. Or if you're coming from the left side here, from this blue electrical box thing, you want to run to this box. You're trying to get to this. Not only do you contest the point from here, but you have cover. Now, you got some players who like to lay prone in between these propane tanks in the back, so be mindful of those. But if I get this wall, I can now immediately challenge these guys that are right here. Also note there's some concrete blocks that aren't in here. There's a concrete block in front that don't show up in Conquest. But you can challenge this wall, look underneath the building, look in the windows, see if anyone's peeking through the windows, and then go back. Now, if you can push forward, I'm pushing into this trailer immediately. Checking this, people rat here, and then you push through this door. I will tell you now, I have died more than I can count to players sitting behind this fucking copy machine. Okay? Pre-fire this. Just pre-fire it. Alright? I have learned the hard way. I need to pre-fire this or just throw C4 in this corner. Because people love this corner. And I hate people who sit in that corner. Neat. Okay. Now, if you push all the way through, you get control of this. You can get on this hill here, and you can shoot them as they're running up to the objective from their spawn. They will also come up from the left, so make sure you're checking left and right. Okay. A little bit of a sensitivity seizure there. But anyways, last sector. This is gonna go fairly quickly. Okay. There are two things I do every single time, with it me ending up in their spawn. Every time. Doesn't change. I don't take any other zip line. I don't do anything else. Also, let's just sit here and admire the painful run as an infantry player for 300 meters to the next objective, which isn't nearly as bad as Hourglass's 580 meter run from Bravo to Charlie. Neat. All right. So as you're running up here, here's a cool little trick that if you didn't know this, if someone's laying underneath here and they're prone and their name highlights, you can shoot them through this. This is all wall bangable. Does it make sense? No, but you can do it. Now you know. I take the zip line. Unless somebody is right in front of me, I'm running down here immediately. Because people are going to be sitting here, and there's walls here that aren't populated right now, but they'll be head glitching this stuff right here. I run down. I come this way. I'm going for this catwalk. Now, I always have to check up here now because people love putting burst turrets up here, and they will shoot you through all these floors because logic doesn't make sense in the Battlefield. All right? So, you come up here. You can challenge the guy that sits here, challenge the guy that sits here, and you can challenge the guy that sits here. If there's a guy up here, make sure you land your shots. It is a very good head glitch up there for them, even up here. But your closest threat to you is going to be the guys that are head glitching this wall that doesn't exist right now, right in front of you. Okay? Then my next route, if this door is not open, I will open it, run away. Okay? Cover, right? And then come back to it, check again. If somebody is sitting here, you can actually see their shadow. So if they're like laying prone and they want to crawl, you can kind of shoot them underneath the door. And then you can come here and shoot them through the windows. Same thing, check the windows. And then open the door. All right. The two things I do from here, I either immediately take the zip line, I clear in front of me, I clear left. If that door's open, I see if anybody's up here. I just take the zip line up. I want the height, okay? Now I'm on top of middle of both the points. I will sit up here for a while, clearing out everything from here, 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 down here, even in here, and so on and so forth. And then if you want to challenge top center, because people will be up here, head glitch this. Don't run up to the center. Just sit here. You have almost complete line of vision to everything. If there are only a couple of people, you clear out the guys that are obviously on the open, easy targets, and then you can follow up and push through and challenge the 1v1. All right, for D1, for Delta 1, that's Delta 1, this is usually Delta 2. For Delta 1, I'm usually not pushing that point at all. For Delta 2, I am getting in this dumpster. Again, dumpsters are perfect for cover. Get rid of that. You can sit here, and you can just farm people coming up this zip line. All right? Now, once you start capping this objective, I push up, kind of sit here along this wall for a minute, catch any more stragglers coming up the zip line. I'm going to push forward, check here, and then check down the hall. And if there's no one down that way, I'm watching people come up this zip line. The last thing that I do on this map, if my team is pushed up and I kill a couple of guys coming up this zip line, I'm jumping down to here. The reason I'm jumping down here is because their spawn is directly in front of me. They spawn right here. They spawn here, and they spawn back here. And then, you know, well, decisive, why are you jumping down on their spawn? I'm spawn killing them at this point. This is how I get a lot of my high kill games now, because there's only 32 players on each team. I have to be way more aggressive than I was in 128, even though I'm still fairly aggressive. I have to be way more aggressive and play solo to get the same or close to the same farm I used to get in 128 player servers. So, take that for what it's worth. You don't necessarily have to do this, but for Delta 1, I'm mostly just sitting on top of the point and then jumping down to this part and spawn killing from up top if you don't want to be this aggressive. But I am sitting here, spawn killing from this angle. That's all I have for Breakthrough, guys. Again, if this video was helpful to your own gameplay, or you found this information helpful in any sort of way, leaving a like, I'd appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns of that nature, you're more than welcome to ask in the comments below. Direct message me on Twitter, Discord, come ask in the stream whenever I'm streaming. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. We got one more map to knock out, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. And so, see ya!